Today's video is a review of a soft RGB LED light. You may wonder what is the purpose of these products, but I think most of you already know. If you want to make a video and you have a phone, you go to Instagram or TikTok, then clearly there is a purpose for these lights. Of course, there are many types of lights, some of them cheaper, some of them more expensive. This one is the most cheapest you can probably find. That also has variable color capabilities. Uh, you should know in advance that this is not a product catering for quality or for very good results. However, it's one that you could probably start to experiment with, and this is what matters. Right, so this is the light itself. It has a diameter of about 20 centimeters. It doesn't matter too much because there are no correct specifications being present on the box or on the product description. The cost is is less than 10 euros or US dollars, which means that it's a very affordable one. It has an USB plug, so you can easily power it either through power bank, so you can go just about anywhere with it, or from your standard plug that you use in a socket, and then with a power adapter you have your purpose being served very well. Right, so what the box presents, because this is where things start to be interesting. Stepless dimming, of course, is not right. Actually, anything you see in here is not going to be accurate, but not necessarily to the full extent, but in most of the situations. So I want to show you that just because the description is not going to be proper to anything you will see. We will discuss the actual specifications, or at least as far as I can remember early on. So stepless dimming, no, it's not. It's step dimming. I remember it having 8 light steps. Soft light, yes, that it's right to some extent. Free spin, yes, it's right, but it's not going to be a totally free spin. Stepless dimming, again, I don't understand what is the purpose. Probably for RGB light and for white light, but as mentioned, it's just in 8 steps, so it's not stepless at all. 360-degree rotating tilt, free adjustments of light. Anyway, if you want to have fun, just look at this text. I'm not going to bother saying it anymore. For test, we are going to use this 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, which is actually very powerful for this test. There is not a problem. How much power this light draws? I think that at the top light level I measured about 1.7 amps. So this is going to be quite interesting in this respect. So it draws quite a bit of current. What else we can mention? The fact that it also comes with a tripod, and perhaps this is one of the highlights of this combination. Sorry. Although don't expect to see a quality tripod. It's the cheapest you can find. It can extend to a height of about 1 meter and a half, something like that. No, I think it's more than that, perhaps 1.8 meters. I will present the specifications in the video description, don't mind that. All right, why it matters? Because you're not going to see quite a good quality, and you will notice immediately a repair I made just because it was flimsy. I added a screw and a nut because one of the pins has easily broken. So quality is clearly very poor. However, for this price, again, I'm saying it's a product that costs less than 10 euros. I think I paid about 7 euros including shipping, which is not bad. I don't have that many complaints. It's a cheap product, and what can you expect? This tripod can also be used with camera, and you can probably see that very easily because it has a camera mount. Do I suggest it to be used with a camera? Well, it depends. It's not a sturdy tripod, so if you're going to have a very good base or you expect someone to stumble on it, I don't think it's going to survive. so you're going to be left quickly without a tripod. So that's that. And let's see now what kind of performance we can expect out of it, because that matters to some extent. Right, so I'm going to plug it into the power bank. And this is the maximum light. I'm going to try and make an adjustment on exposure, but to have a limit so that you can still see something around, but not necessarily be over concerned with what happens. This is the neutral white light, because there is also a cold light and a warm white. Warm white? Cold white. The light's quality is not that great. Probably you're going to notice that, because particularly some details like the way in which the red color is particularly rendered is not going to be that great. So the LEDs being used are quite cheap and nasty, you can say, but generally this is to be expected with a product in this price range. No surprises. As you noticed, the next time it started, it didn't start in the cold white light preset that was previously used, and it started at full intensity. Let's see if I can make it somewhat different and then stop and start. Okay, so it keeps the light level, but it doesn't keep the light intensity. It keeps the light intensity. It does not keep the light color temperature. You may also notice a slight buzzing in, and I will make it clearly. Okay, I hope the microphone picks it. It can be slightly annoying, because this kind of sound is not going to be great, particularly when you're using multiple lights. So I'm against the perspective of using more than one light, because they are already bad as they are. Let's change the modes. This might be interesting for some effects, so I will not think it's that great. Perhaps I should take out the box, because this one will make it better seen. All right, let's change again the mode. Chasing lights with various speeds. However, in this case, the light intensity control is not available. So stepless dimming is not, again, another mode. No control on the light intensity. I think those chasing effects are so frequent, you may wonder what kind of light this is, but we know already. Okay. Sadly, it has more modes in RGB than in the white light department, but this is what it is. You can notice right away that while the white light is not particularly powerful, the colored light is very, very dim, which means that if you previously thought about making videos with colored light and showing different effects, this is clearly not the light for you. Okay, blue again, but this time stable. You may also notice a slight problem in uniformity, and this is not something you will probably see in a good light, but anyway, to my eyes it's not as obvious, but the camera picks it very well, and I think the camera will slightly pick it when filming. Of course, it's not that visible with other lights and other intensities, so you can expect to see it still, but depends on the situation. Okay, light blue, I notice the same thing. Pink or purple. The flashing color light is again one of those effects I cannot quite understand, and there is a faster one, a strobing, that can be quite disturbing. I don't understand exactly what was the point with this. Another strobe, but this time with a different color temperature light, and we are getting back to the chasing colors. So I think those are all the modes you can see. Again, it's not a great light, it's a light that you can probably start playing with, and this is the main purpose, because after you purchase this light, you're going to understand better what are the limitations. There was also another support that I'm not going to show, particularly because it's overly cheap and nasty. There was a mounting system for your phone. I think that one may be the most, maybe the worst one, because both the phone's cradle and the mounting system do not, and the screw and the arm that can be folded or placed in a different position, the flexible neck, if you want, is not of a very good quality. So I'm expecting a lot of fiddling with very poor results. I think it's better to buy this light separately and have another phone stand. This will offer you the greatest flexibility in this scenario. What else can I add about this light? Well, it's not something that you should have a lot of confidence in, but it's one that could help you better understand what is the potential for using ring lights. And ring lights are great for making photos, for taking photos, and also for other general lighting purposes. In most situations, you're not going to need just a single light source, but a ring light source is going to be very helpful for the camera you're using, whether it's a phone or it's a professional camera. Clearly, this is not a good light, and I can tell you right away that if you attempt to take photos in a place that is dimly lit, this light is not going to be helpful at all, even at full intensity, because the LED themselves are just too weak. So you should think about this light as being somewhat usable only for videos where you already have quite a lot of light around you, and this is only going to have an additional light source being brought to your face or the object you're trying to photo or film. So in this way, there are many limitations, and it's clearly not a light that can be used other than for, let's say, very small tasks and ones that are not demanding. I hope you found this video quite interesting, as mentioned, because you can find these lights cheaply and plentifully. I think it's still going to be a good choice for your first light, because you can play a lot with it. Unfortunately, you will outgrow it very quickly, and this is both a good and a bad thing, because you're going to progress quite soon if you have the necessary finances, the necessary budgets to go for that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.